Hello there, and welcome to part 21 of my Let's Play Minecraft. It's been a bit of a wait, I admit, but I've been busy getting iron, and also other stuff. But I'm back, and hopefully I'll get the number 22 out a bit quicker than this one. So now I've just finished mining. Sorry, I've just finished farming, and hopefully everything should be sorted out here. Excellent. Now, I'll be honest, and it wasn't quite as painful this time round doing the mining. I've gotten into a kind of a rut and a rhythm with it. You know, your brain just sort of switches off because the thing you're having to do is so mind-numbingly boring. And then you kind of snap out of it and it's like, oh, I'm done. What happened? And that was pretty much the way it was. So anyway, I'm just gonna squish some paper out of these reeds. I kind of feel almost like it's a sin to use iron just to build lots and lots of minecart tracks, but it's got to be done. It's probably not the best idea to be doing this at night, but meh. I could think of crazier things to be doing. Well, maybe. Okay. I'm just going to link those up and decide how I'm going to have them working later. I'll probably have some lever and a redstone thing going. Now, from what I remember, down this track there was a break. I heard something. Oh, bloody hell. I hear a skeleton. I see a skeleton. Ah yes, this diamond sword absolutely rocks. Okay. So now I have that. Now that's connected up the tracks that I've laid so far. It's actually quite a nice little house bit. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the tower. That's a pretty cool scene with the moon. Just setting over the tower. Anyway. Okay then, so I've got some bits and bobs. Now, until I get more clay, I'm just going to, well, brick up with stone. It's probably the wrong term to use, brick up, but hey. I'm just going to finish off doing the windows that I started before. Okay. I kind of feel a bit safer now. Although you've got two entrances which horrible things could blithely stroll into unannounced, still feel a little bit safer. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is put a minecart there. Then I'm going to put this furnace into another minecart and put the minecart there. And for the sake of making it go the wrong way accidentally... Oh, I've got no coal! Right, okay, be right back. Right then. I will eventually gain a brain and manage to remember these things. One thing I have remembered though is the glass. And I suppose a roof at some point would be a good idea as well. Now, let's see what we can see. Now to all of those who are going to, on this video, again, tell me about minecart boosters. Yes, I know about minecart boosters, I've seen them in action, I'm pretty sure I could build one. but they don't seem to make much sense. They don't. They're bugs. Clearly, they're bugs, and I'm not a sort of bug cheat sort of person. I tend to try and look, some arrows. Yay! I tend to try and stick to the way things were intended rather than the way they just flukily happen to be. So yeah, they just feel a bit like an exploit to me. So I'm going to avoid using them and hope that Notch gets these bloody minecarts sorted out so they're more powerful. Now, here we go. Well, that's that. We've gotten to our destination. Now, from what I remember, it's just over this little hill here. There we go. I think the idea was to run it over here somewhere. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out a slope or something like that, so that these minecarts can get up there. Now, I don't really like how it's getting dark. Well, I don't ever like it when it gets dark in Minecraft, because let's face it, you're pretty much just hanging on by the skin of your teeth when it gets dark. Let's see if I can... That's a good point. See, I was worried before about having run out completely out of iron in the near area, but of course I haven't explored the shaft area, and that's exactly where this is. Okay, it's gotten lighter outside, but I'm very quickly gonna do something a little bit with the with this stuff. Now I'm trying to remember how you build these things, but levers and buttons, yeah, levers are like this. Now this is all part of the wiring sort of circuitry, if you follow me. No, that's not right. Oh, I've made a load of useless things. Yeah, pressure pads are something different, aren't they? They need this sort of cooked stone, for want of a better term. I'll chuck some stone in there to cook. This is the second time I've tried to make pressure plates and have failed. Now I know I can make pressure plates like this, but I want pressure plates that are sort of people only rather than items as well. So, because the wooden pressure plates, you can chuck an item on them and they'll activate, or you can walk on them or have a monster walk on them and they'll activate. But the stone, items don't trigger them. And in order to make those buttons, those pressure plates, you do that. And the buttons are like that. And the buttons you just press like I showed you on the cell downstairs. So I'm just gonna wait for this to cook. And as if by magic, I have my stone. Okay. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put a chunk of more stone in there, just to let that bake slowly. Now let's say we have a few tracks like that. And I basically want that to switch either to go left up there or right down there. A fairly sensible decision, choice, whatever you want to call it. Now, I have to then have that switching. Now what I can do is slap a button on I think I can slap a button on a wall or something like that, and it will then switch. There you see. But that's not particularly practical, having a bloody great button there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lever over here somewhere, but that's far too far away to reach this bit. So I can't 100% remember whether this is going to work. I certainly hope so, otherwise I'm just going to look like a complete idiot. Although there is one thing I've forgotten to make, and that is some redstone torches. Now these are kind of the core of the technology, if you want to call it technology. There we go. Now I think if you put that there, it switches over that way. So as you can see, it's going to the left here, but the moment I put one of these torches under there, and it's lit as you can see. Now how did you... No, didn't Notch put ducking in or something? I can't remember. There we go, yeah. Right, so I see this now, it's going to the right. You can see it's lit. Get rid of it. Track's going to the left. But that's a bit boring, having to duck down into this pit and put the torch there. So what you can do is you can have, like this. It's kind of like laying a trail of gunpowder in a way. Get out. Redstone dust. Yeah, it's going to the right there. Pull the lever. Still going to the right. Not precisely what I had in mind. This is going to make me look very foolish, isn't it? Yes, here's Merrick. He's trying to teach people to do something that he has no idea how to do himself. Look at him make a fool of himself. That's right, it's Melek. He doesn't know anything about redstone. He just pretends. That on the wall, does that still... So it's turning to the right. Turning to the left, okay. That's that. So, that with that, that with that, that with that. It's turned off. Left. Okay. So there you go. It's turned to the right. Turn to the left. So really, this lever sends a sort of magical signal down here, which turns off the torch, which then switches the track. Or I switch it off, torch lights up, track goes in a different direction. Oof. I knew it was possible, just wasn't 100% sure. Now the next idea, of course, is to put the lever up there so it's more convenient. Let's see if it works. I don't think it will. No, Melek. No, that doesn't work at all. You slowly, bit by bit, realise you've no idea what the hell you're doing. I think this is one of those things. I should really do more work with redstone so I actually know how to do things. So I want to put kind of a lever there. Which will then do something there. Which might work. Well, that actually works. No stone. No pickaxe. Let's just temporarily see. Just think it'd be nice to have a light and to indicate which way something's going to go. Oh, I'm not very good at this. I really do apologise for this, but I'm making a complete tit of myself. So when the lever's down, it's going to go that way. When the lever's up, it's going to go that way. Well, that's marginally useful, I suppose. Well, it's something. Right, I'm going to have to call it a day, I think. Sorry for a boring 3 episodes. I don't feel like I've got very much interesting done, but maybe minecarts just aren't my thing. Either way, I'm going to call that a day, like I say, and well, next episode I'm just going to wing it, really. So until then, cheerio.